good spooky morning. Welcome to Cider House Crafts. Today's October 15th. Episode 4 of Vlogoween. Yeah. I try. Anyway. Sorry. I'm going to have my 4th sip of coffee for the day, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. My pet. So, welcome if you're new. Hi, come on in, sit down, get scared. If you're returning, thanks for coming back another week. I really appreciate it. Or another day in the week, or whatever it is you're doing. Yeah, so this is a knitting, right now, it's a knitting, cross-stitch, sewing, Halloween film reviewing podcast. What else is going? Yeah, so I'll be looking at some cross-stitch and knitting today. And I will also be talking about a few films that I've watched over the week. So, first thing I want to do is answer some questions. Yes, first to Pixie. Hi. Hey, Dolly. Yes, I am watching The Haunting of Bly Manor. Okay, so I'm going to put a picture of this. This is a Netflix program. It's a series, so it's multi-parts. This creeped me out so much in the first half hour that now Ian's having to watch it with me. Those kids are weird. So I don't know this whole story for everybody else, Pixie. I know you do. So I don't know this whole story, but what's happening in this program is this young woman from America has come to England. She's looking for a job, and she ends up as a nanny for these 2 children. For this man, the uncle of 2 children who are orphaned. I think it's his brother's kids, I think it's brother's kids. Correct me if I'm wrong, Pix. Anyway, these kids are creepy AF. There's something to do with some pond, so I think there's some lady in the pond, and I think that she's drowned, or her mom drowned her, or something's up with that shit. So it's made these kids all weird. The boy is just fucking weird and creepy, and watching her undress, kind of, and gives her a barrette or a comb for her hair from the last nanny who disappeared. And the daughter makes these creepy dolls, and they're cute kids, but man alive, I mean, the boy reminds me of Damien from The Omen, and the little girl, I don't even know who she reminds me of. It's just super creepy. It's super creepy. Anyway, yeah, won't watch that by myself. But yes, I am watching it, just so you know, I am watching it. So, the next question was, maybe it was rhetorical, but it was from Kim. She actually said, how can you watch that? And I don't know, Kimmers. I don't know, sweetheart. It is, like, really weird. I'd like to be scared, but then I don't, if you know what I mean. Like, your whole experience at the drive-in with your boyfriend and the kids you were babysitting for, and watching Halloween, like, yeah, that is, for me, you telling me that. Because I like to see other people get scared. I watch prank stuff on YouTube all the time because I am one evil motherfucker. But yeah, yeah, I just get a thing out of it. I actually have seasonal horror films. So there's one today that I'm going to review that isn't specifically horror, but it happens at Halloween time, and there are Halloween decorations in the movie, and you're going to be surprised. You're going to go, oh, I never noticed that. But it is. And this film that I'm going to talk about does scare me. It scares me in the sense that this is not how I'd want to go. And yeah, so I won't say anything more. I'll wait till I review it, but yeah. So anyways, there you go. So yes, those are the things that I'm doing. I'm going to go now. We're going to switch over very quickly and not at all kind of led into the crafting. I just want to get it out of the way because I really want to start talking about the films. So the first thing I'll show is the cross stitch. So this is the I've been stitching along with the Halloween Ouija Sal, which is being sponsored by the Tiny Modernist. She's fab. She's on YouTube. Go check her out. This isn't the first Halloween Sal she's hosted, but this is the first one I've participated in. So this is what it looks like so far, and if we go to the bottom where I have been working, this is the progress that I have made over the last 2.5 days. So that's progress that I made. So yeah, so the bottom, the graveyard at the bottom is getting done slowly but surely. Turn my little skeleton guy. But yeah. So yeah, so I'm hoping with my film watching today that I will be able to finish this bottom section. And then, so the next thing I want to show you is the PetiteKnit's cardigan that I've been working on for donkey's ages. And I have managed to finish the sleeve, and now I am working on the 1x1 rib. Let me just turn it inside out here. But yeah, so I'm the worst podcaster in the world. So this is the front of the sweater, collar. Sorry, that was my phone. It's my husband saying, I'm here. So yeah, so this is the front of the sweater. This is the sleeve. And I have started the 1x1 rib at the bottom. If this is Lion brand, it's called newsprint. I don't know if I've got a label in here or not. Oh, I do. I have one left, actually. Helen. It took 5 skeins. So I think I'm going to knit myself a hat out of the last skein. This is newsprint. This is Lion brand Color Waves. So that is all of the crafting. Yay, out of the way. There has been no spinning. I did not sew at all this week. But hopefully next week I'll get and finish that thing. I hate it. There you go. Anyway, so let's kick off with the films. Okay. Hi. So the first film we're going to talk about is Sleepy Hollow. This stars Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci. Miranda Richardson's in this, and oh god, what's that dude's name? Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken plays the Headless Horseman. Miranda Richardson plays... One second. Sorry. So rude. Yes. So where was I? Miranda Richardson plays Christina Ricci's mom, stepmom, and Johnny Depp plays Ichabod Crane, and Christina Ricci plays Katrina. So we all know the story of Sleepy Hollow. If you don't, well, this is the gig. This version of it, Ichabod Crane is a constable from New York City. He is sent to Sleepy Hollow because there have been some murders and people have been having their heads lopped off. And he's sent up there to investigate. Now when he gets there, he goes through the process of talking about, you know, this is criminology, and, you know, there's scientific ways to deduce who is committing these crimes, and then he comes to realize that there is a supernatural being involved as well. And the supernatural being is being directed at the behest of one of these characters that I've mentioned. And so, although many heads roll whilst the film is going, and it is typical Tim Burton, it's a Tim Burton film. Everything is very creepy in a most wonderful, obvious way. And it's shot in England. I don't know if everybody knows that, but it was shot here in England. And yeah, it's a good film. I'm not going to say any more about what happens in it other than that and what happens in the end. But yeah, I mean, definitely watch this film. So I am going to give Sleepy Hollow 5 bats. Yeah, that's pretty good. So the next film that we're going to talk about is Blair Witch from 2016. Now, Blair Witch 2016, there'll be pictures here everywhere, is Heather from the first Blair Witch. Her brother goes and tries to find her. He's determined to find her. He thinks she's still in the woods wandering around, or she's been held by somebody or something. And so his name is James, and he is determined to find his sister. He gets his friend who is doing a film documentary on the fact that he's lost his sister, and he is sort of obsessed with finding her, or evidence of her existence. He takes his friend Pete, Ashley, and these other two people who claim to know their way around the Black Hills in Maryland and in Burkett County, and they don't know their way around. In fact, they tried to scam this group of kids. I should cast here. And so they get caught out. In this Blair Witch, it comes to be that even with all the technology they've taken, drones and phones and walkie-talkies and things like that, that doesn't help them. And they get so turned around in these woods that it's perpetually night now. And I mean, it's the same sort of things happen that happened in Blair Witch, except the end scene when they finally reach the house. It's a hell of a lot more frightening than the original Blair Witch. So yeah, I would definitely recommend watching this. I'm going to give the Blair Witch 2016 4 bets. So yeah, give it a go. Give it a go. This was not... The last film that I want to talk about today is probably going to shock a lot of people, because I don't think any of you are going to particularly go, oh, really? That's really scary, because you're not, probably. But it's a frightening film to me, and it did happen at Halloween, and I've actually been looking forward to watching this film for a few weeks now. And the film that I'm talking about is The Perfect Storm. It's George Clooney, Diane Keaton, Mark Wahlberg. Oh God, I can't think of anybody else's name right now. But there are a lot of character actors that are pretty famous in this film. The Andrea Gale was actually, this is a true story, and it was a real boat. I'll put the picture of the real Andrea Gale somewhere here. Anyways, this did take place at Halloween, and when the boys were lost at sea during the perfect storm, there are scenes where George Clooney, or Mark Wahlberg's mom, and Diane Keaton, who plays his girlfriend, and his character's name's Bobby, by the way. They're sat at the bar, and you can see the Halloween decorations all over the place. And so if you've never seen The Perfect Storm, I recommend this. So it's about the Andrea Gale. They're having not very good luck. Sword fishing, tuna fishing, whatever. Sword fishing off the Gloucester coast in Massachusetts. So they decide to take their boat out in October, which everybody knows you don't do that. You don't do that, because the sea is very angry on the northeast coast of the United States and Canada come autumn. But they take it out, and what happens is a front from a hurricane is coming up the eastern seaboard of the U.S., and at the same time a cold front is coming down from Canada, and they collide, and the Andrea Gale gets stuck in the middle of these storms. And I mean, it's harrowing. There's kind of a side story about the U.S. Coast Guard, and there's this man with a sailboat, and he's got 2 women on his sailboat. And I mean, it's a nice cuddy kind of cruiser thing, but they end up having to be rescued by the Coast Guard, and it is harrowing. And then the rescue helicopter from the Coast Guard actually goes down, and that rescue is harrowing because people die. It's sad, and this is all the true story. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you any more about what happens to Andrea Gale. You need to go watch this film. yeah, this is definitely getting 5 bats from me. It's a really good story. It's sad, but it's sort of good at the same time. And yeah. So yeah, give The Perfect Storm a watch. So what do I intend to watch today? Well, folks, I have no idea. It's going to be a surprise. It's going to be a surprise to me because I'm going to sit down and I am going to choose some things out of my list. And I have a list on my phone of... So, I've put check marks next to some of the films that I've already watched. I might watch The House October Built, because that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Don't know if you've seen that, but I'll be talking about that on Monday. That'll be one of them. I'll probably watch something light and cheery so I don't get freaked out like I did yesterday and this weekend. But yeah, so that's what's happening with that. What else did I do anything else? No. I stumbled across, it was really weird. I think it's because I've been looking up like stuff like Nuke's Top 5 has like scary videos every week. And I think because I searched that, there was recommended videos. And one of them was these people went into this abandoned funeral home. Holy crap. Like these people that had this funeral home, they just left this funeral home. It's like somebody walked in and said, okay, you gotta go now. And they just walked out and never came back. The backstory to this funeral home is the funeral director, he died. The wife was left there by herself and she tried to make the business work, but she couldn't. This is not a fake thing. This is the truth. And then her kids, a couple of her kids came and lived with her for a while, and then they just left. And ugh, holy shit. You can't believe the stuff they left behind. It is bad. It is bad. So bad. Yeah. There were 2 boxes with somebody's ashes in with their name on the front that nobody had ever claimed, and they didn't try to get... I don't know. I say that, but I don't know that for a fact. It appears that they were never communicated to. So who doesn't come and get their family's ashes unless, like, you know, there's no family left? It's pretty bad. Yeah. And I could have fallen down that rabbit hole because that stuff creeps me out so much. But then I was like, no, I don't watch any more of that. So that's the kind of creepy shit I watch this time of year. Anyway, yeah. So, I guess I am going to head out. I'm sorry there weren't more scary, super scary movies, but you can, this weekend there will be. There'll be more Hell House. And there'll definitely be 2 Halloweens, and that will be Halloween 4 and Halloween 5. Yeah. That I don't get to today. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you have a really good weekend. Enjoy the autumn weather, and make sure you stay scared. Yeah. I'll see you on Monday.